Hello students, in today's video we are going to continue with the chapter Ratio and Proportion, practice set 4.5. Let's get started with it. So far we have learned what is meant by ratio, what are the various properties on equal ratios that we have learned, componendo, dividendo, etc. Today we will learn the definition of proportion and continued proportion. So let's see. What is the definition of proportion? If A, B, C and D are in proportion, then A upon B is equal to C upon D. That means the ratio of first two numbers and the ratio of first two and third and the fourth number is equal. Then we say that the four numbers are in proportion. Ratio of first two numbers and the last two numbers, they are in proportion. In this way, A upon B is equal to C upon D. Then we say that they are in proportion, and then we have cross multiplied here, so it becomes AD is equal to BC. This is the definition of proportion. And what is the continued proportion? The definition of continued proportion is this. Here you will have the numbers A, B, C, D as it is, and the word continued means this number B will be repeated. So you will have A upon B is equal to B upon C is equal to C upon D. So you will see in this kind of proportion, the second number is repeated over here. Ratio of first to the second, then second to the third, then third to the fourth number. If such ratios are equal, then we say it is a continued proportion. Here what have we done? We have taken straight away the ratio of first to the second and third to the fourth. Right, like that. There is no continuation. So this is proportion and this is the definition of continued proportion. Hope so you have understood the definition of continued proportion and there is no confusion between proportion and continued proportion. If A, B, C are in continued proportion, then here I have taken three numbers only. There can be many numbers also. Here also in this case. You will just go on adding them further. Then A upon B is equal to B upon C. So we see this number B is repeated. Then if we cross multiply, we will get B square is equal to AC. Now this is very important. B square is equal to AC. Because we are going to solve a lot of sums based on this. B square is equal to AC. Now here B is called as a geometric mean or mean proportional of A and C. B is called mean proportional or geometric mean of A and C. Now there are many sums wherein they ask you to find if A, B, C are in continued proportion. So whenever they ask you to find that it is a continued proportion or no, that time your last step should be this. If you can conclude that B square is equal to AC, that means you can write A upon B is equal to B upon C, and that means the numbers A, B, C are in continued proportion. That's it. So whenever we are asked to show whether it is a geometric proportion or mean proportional or in continued proportion, all the three things, you just have to remember that you have to prove B square is equal to AC. That's it. So let's proceed with the practice set. Practice set 4.5. Which number should be added in 12, 16 and 21 so that the resultant numbers are in continued proportion? Generally in algebra, whenever we don't know anything, we assume that to be x. So this number which is to be added to 12, 16 and 21, we assume it to be x. So if x is added to these numbers, and when x is added to these numbers, they will become 12 plus x, 16 plus x and 21 plus x. which number should be added to these numbers so that the resultant numbers are in continued proportion. So we say that let x be added to these numbers so that they become in continued proportion after x is added to them. Right now they may not be in continued proportion, so we assume that let x be added to them so that they are in continued proportion. Now we have added x to them, so they are in continued proportion. Now continued proportion means we know the second number, we are going to repeat it. So it's going to be 12 plus x upon 16 plus x is equal to 16 plus x upon 21 plus x. Now if you want to write it directly, you can do so also. This step if you want to skip, because we know continued proportion means b square is equal to ac. So directly you can square this and take product of the first and the third. So we could do that way also. Okay, so see, this is b square, 16 plus x ka square. Now it is going to become 16 plus x whole bracket square and this multiplied by this. Okay, so finally we will arrive at this 16 plus x the whole bracket square cross multiply we have done, or directly you can say b square is equal to ac, 12 plus x in the other bracket 21 plus x. Okay, now we will just expand this using a plus b the whole bracket square and multiply these two brackets and we will get the answer. So let's see how we are going to do that. Let the number be added be x, number to be added be x. So then therefore 12 plus x, 16 plus x and 21 plus x are in continued proportion. Therefore 12 plus x upon 16 plus x is equal to 16 plus x upon 21 plus x. So therefore now we cross multiply here. Now this is 16 plus x into 16 plus x, so that is 16 plus x square actually. Now we can use formula a plus b the whole bracket square here, or we can multiply the both the brackets like how we are going to do here, same way. So what is the method to multiply two brackets like this? Okay, trinomial. This is a binomial, sorry, not trinomial, binomial, two binomials. How do we multiply them? You can break one bracket, another bracket you can keep as it is. So this is 12, I am breaking this bracket. This 12 you can multiply with the second whole bracket, that becomes 21 plus x, close the bracket, and then plus x, multiply this with the second whole bracket, that will become 21 plus x is equal to, same thing you can do here, 16 into 16 plus x plus x into 16 plus x. Now multiply that inside the bracket. So 12 into 21 plus 12 into x plus x into 21 x into x is x square is equal to 16 into 16 plus 16 into x plus x into 16 plus x into x. This is how we are going to multiply it inside the bracket. So here I have broken the first bracket. I have multiplied 12 with 21 plus x the whole bracket plus this x with the 21 plus x the whole bracket here. Then this 16 I have multiplied with the second bracket plus x I have multiplied with the second bracket. Now I have multiplied this 12 inside, 12 with 21. 12 into 21 is 252 plus 12 into x is 12x, x into 21, 21x, x into x is x square. 16 into 16, 256 plus 16x plus this is 16x plus x square. Now we get this x square, they will get cancelled from both the sides. We can say subtracting x square on both sides and they will get cancelled. Now you will bring the like terms together. Before that, let us just add them. These are like terms. These are like terms. 16x plus 16x, 32x. And add these two. 2 plus 1, 3. 2 plus 1, 3. 33x. So we will add the like terms. X square will get cut. And then we will add the like terms. This becomes 33x plus 252 is equal to 32x plus 256. Now we will bring the like terms together again. This is 32x. It will go that side. It will become minus 32x. 252 will come this side. Will become minus 252. So let's see how we do it. So therefore x is equal to 4. 33x minus 32x is x is equal to 4. That's the final answer. And since it is a word problem, we will write it in the end. Therefore, the number to be added be 4. This is the final answer. Let's proceed with the next sum. If 28 minus x is the mean proportional. Now the word is mean proportional here. I told you mean proportional, geometric mean or continued proportion. All these three things mean same thing. B square is equal to AC. Okay, so one of the three things you see means you should understand, always it should strike that it is B square is equal to AC. 28 minus x is the mean proportional of 23 minus x and this. Find the value of x. So since the word mean proportional, we know it's B square is equal to AC. Now in this case, B square is equal to AC. B is the mean proportional of A and C. B is the main proportional of A and C. Now in place of B here, 28 minus x we have. 28 minus x is the mean proportional of this and this. So here in this case we are going to have 28 minus x the whole bracket square is equal to 23 minus x into 19 minus x. Now expand this using the formula a minus b the whole bracket square. This is an identity also. We also know the formula for a plus b the whole bracket square. Only there is a difference of sign. So that's a square minus 2ab plus b square. So we expand using this formula here. So that's going to be 28 square minus 22 into 28 into x plus x square is equal to, now how do we multiply these two brackets? First break the first bracket 23 and multiply 23 with the second whole bracket 19 minus x and this minus x with the second whole bracket 19 minus x, and then multiply 23 inside with both the numbers and x inside with both the numbers, and then we will see what is getting cancelled etc. and then we simplify the equations. That's it. So let's see how we are going to do it. 28 minus x is the mean proportional of 23 minus x and 19 minus x. Therefore b square is equal to AC. We get mean proportional. B square is equal to AC. So now we expand this using the formula a square a minus b the whole bracket square is a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is the expansion. And this side we have multiplied both the bracket. First 23 into 9 minus 23x. This is written directly actually, but I showed you how it was to be done. First 23 is multiplied with the second whole bracket, then minus x is multiplied with the second whole bracket. So 23 into 19 minus 23 into x, 23x, and x into minus 19, so that's minus 19x, minus 19, here this is 19, minus 19x, minus minus plus, so x into x is x square, and minus minus plus x square. I'll expand that if there is a problem, this part, if anybody is not following, I will just show it here. 23 into 19 minus x minus x into 19 minus x. We break the first bracket. This first bracket is broken and this is multiplied with the second bracket. So first 23 into 19 minus x into 19 minus x. So then we multiply this 23 inside, that becomes 23 into 19 minus 23x minus 19x, and then minus minus plus, so that's plus x square. So this is how we get this expansion. 23 into 9 minus 23x minus 19x plus x square. This is 19x. So let's check what is the next step. X square gets cut. This is x square and this x square gets cut. Then 9x only that thing has just shifted. Let me just check that. Only the line was shifted from x square, that's why it had gone on 9x. X square gets cut like this. Then 28 square we find, 28 multiplied by 2. 28 square is 784. 28 into 2 is minus 56x. 23 into 19 is 437. 23x minus 9x, 19x. This was 19 when we multiplied. This was 19x. 23x minus 19x. So minus minus becomes plus. Minus 23 minus 19. 9 plus 3, 12. So that's minus 42x. So now we will bring the like terms together. 784, this 437 goes that side, becomes minus 56x, comes this side, becomes plus, minus 42x. Now subtract. This is 347 is equal to 14x. Therefore 347 upon 14 is equal to x. The answer is coming in decimal points, therefore x is equal to 24.785. So therefore the value of x is 24.785. Let's proceed to the next sum. Three numbers are in continued proportion whose mean proportional is 12 and the sum of the remaining two numbers is 26. Then find these numbers. Three numbers are in continued proportion and mean proportional is 12. So we'll go step by step and we'll try to find this out. Let's see how we are going to do that. Let A, B, C are in continued proportion. So we assume those three numbers to be A, B and C. Now whenever in continued proportion, we know we are going to get B square is equal to AC. We are going to get B square is equal to AC. But here, three numbers are in continued proportion and mean proportional is 12 is given. So they have given us that B is equal to 12. So here one thing we get is 12 square is equal to AC. That is AC is equal to 144. This we are going to get. And B is equal to 12 is given and something else also is given. Sum of the remaining two numbers is 26. So we know A plus C is 26. This also we know. And we know that B square is AC, that is 12 square is AC, that is 144 is equal to AC, we know. Now in place of A we have put 26 minus C. How? From here. A plus C is 26, therefore A is equal to 26 minus C. Okay, so in place of A we have put 26 minus C into C. This is supposed to be into C. So we know B square is equal to AC, then B is equal to 12 and A plus C is equal to 26. This is what is given in the question already. So we get 12 square. In place of B we have put 12. Already it is given in the question. So we get 12 square is equal to AC. Next what we do is 144 is equal to, in place of A we put 26 minus C. And this C which is outside we keep it as it is. Now you see there is only one variable C. Now already value of B we know, value of C we will get now after solving this. And then what is remaining is only A. Already we know 2. So A we can easily find using B square is equal to AC. Now multiply this C inside the bracket, we get 26C minus C square. Now just bring the like terms to the terms on the one side. That will become C square minus 26C plus 144 is equal to 0. Now this is a quadratic equation. We will factorize splitting the middle term and we will get the value of C. How do we factorize? 144. We have to find the factors of 144. We have to find the factors of this 144. Last term has got plus sign. So find the factors by adding. Find the factors by adding such factors which should give me, after adding, 26 in the middle. Should give me 26 in the middle. So let's see how we are going to do that. So we multiply this C inside, we get 26C minus C square. Now we form a quadratic equation. C square and 26C goes that side. C square minus 26C minus 144 is equal to 0. Now see, we have to find factors of 144, which after, this is supposed to be plus, which after adding should give me 26. So we find out the factors in such a way. 18 8s are 144. 18 8s are 144. And 18 plus 8 gives me 26. Now middle term sign is minus, so both the factors get minus sign. Middle term sign is given to both the factors. So I get minus 18C minus 8C. Now I just group them together like this. This C is taken common in the bracket, C minus 18. Minus 8 is taken out, C minus 18. So C minus 18, C minus 8. Two factors I get. C minus 18 and C minus 8. So therefore C minus 18 is 0 or C minus 8 is 0. Therefore C is 18 or C is 8. This is how I get two values for C. Now similarly we will get two values for A. A plus C is 26, because see, I got B already, it was given. They have said find the numbers. B was already given, we have to find A and C. C, we have got two values, so for A also we will be getting two values using this. When C is 18, what is the value, and when C is 8, what is the value? So if C is 18, A is 26 minus 18, that is 8. We are using this equation. A plus C is equal to 26. So A is equal to 26 minus C. A is equal to 26 minus C. So 26 minus 18, which is 8. And in the next case, if C is 8, then A is equal to 26 minus 8, which is 18. So we got the value of A, 8 and 18. Value of C also 8 and 18. That means when C is 18, A is 8. And when C is 8, A is 18. Like that. When C is 18, A is 8. And when C is 8, A is 18. Like that. So the three numbers are 8, 12 and 18. The three numbers in continued proportion are 18, 12, 8 or 8, 12, 18. Let's proceed to the next sum. If A plus B plus C into A minus B plus C is equal to A square plus B square plus C square, show that A, B, C are in continued proportion. Now, as I told you earlier, whenever they ask you to show in continued proportion or mean proportional or geometric proportion, in the end, all the cases you should be getting B square is equal to AC. So if we can show B square is equal to AC, means the three numbers A, B, C are in continued proportion. So we will always start with what is given to us. Now just open both the brackets and multiply them. Multiply A with this whole bracket, multiply B with this whole bracket, and multiply C with this whole bracket. So let's see how we do it. Just split one bracket and multiply with the second bracket. That is what we have done. A with this bracket, B with this bracket, and then C with this bracket. Multiply A inside. A into A is A square, A into B is AB, this is AC. And this is AB, B square and BC. This is AC, BC minus BC and C square. So multiply that way. Now see if anything is getting cancelled. Whatever is getting cancelled, we will cancel it. A square and A square will get cancelled from both sides. C square and C square also will get cancelled. Now here look if anything is getting cancelled. AB minus AB plus AB will get cancelled. Minus AB plus AB. Minus BC plus BC will get cancelled. Now what I am left with is this. What I am left with is AC plus AC. AC plus AC is 2AC. Minus B square. And here only minus B square I have got. And that side of the equal to sign I have got one more B square. So now this B square goes that side, it will become plus B square. So I will get 2AC is equal to B square plus B square is 2B square. Now this 2 and this 2 will get cut. I have got my B square minus AC. And hence A, B, C are in continued proportion. So let's see, A square gets cut, C square gets cut, AB minus AB, BC plus BC. Then we get 2AC is equal to B square plus B square. For 2AC is equal to 2B square, 2 gets cut, therefore AC is equal to B square. Therefore B is the mean proportional of A and C. Therefore ABC are in continued proportion. Hope so the video was understood to you. The concept of proportion and continued proportion is understood. Thank you once again.